Throughout history, military planners have viewed cities as centers of gravity. As such, in war, cities are something to either be protected or taken. We have learned this from various wars and battles, specifically during the Battle of Berlin. The outcome of the Battle of Berlin was decided during the initial phases that took place outside the city. As the Soviets invaded, German forces positioned to stop them were destroyed or forced back. Nevertheless, there was heavy fighting within the city as the Red Army fought its way street by street through to the center of the city. The Soviet ground forces started to penetrate the outer suburbs of Berlin. By 27 April, Berlin was completely cut off from the outside world. The battle in the city continued until 2 May 1945. On that date, the commander of the Berlin defense area, General Helmuth Weidling, surrendered to the commander of the Soviet 8th Guards Army, Lieutenant General Vasily Choykov. The United States Marine Corps realized that there needed to be more training regarding fighting in urban terrain, and thus, Military Operations on Urbanized Terrain, or MOUT, was born. The purpose of MOUT training was to ensure that Marines can navigate through streets, sewers, subway systems, and buildings as efficiently as possible. The training itself is a series of classes followed by practical application. The Marines patrol streets and move through buildings as quickly and efficiently as possible, taking cover wherever they can to avoid exposure in the streets. As shown here, the Marines patrol streets. If they receive contact, they then observe where the shots came from. They then tactically advance to take out the threat, taking cover by stacking up on the sides and corners of the building. Headquarters and Support Battalion conducted MOUT training, which simulated urban combat situations. This helped to ensure the unit's readiness.
Some of y'all been freaking cracking the books. Up until then, Marines have been doing all their fighting where? In the jungles, beachheads, in woodland environments, right? And it's when the Viet Cong, the Vietnamese moved into Hue City, and they sent in the Marines to clear out that city, that somebody finally started thinking, we need to think outside the box here. We need to start getting some type of SOP, some type of training to deal with military operations in urban terrain. Because up until then, we weren't doing that. We weren't kicking down doors. We weren't patrolling down streets. We weren't freaking going from building to building until then.
You can use a technique called popping the corner to reduce exposure time. The Marine will get into a prone position near the corner of the building or obstacle around which he needs to observe.
You're allowing yourself to get bogged down. They're pinning you down. You gotta keep the momentum going. You gotta keep going. As soon as you get a threat, send a fire team in there, kick that freaking door down, clear that room, and then keep pushing. Check? All right, don't allow yourselves to get freaking pinned down. Whoa, watch whoa.
Marines got a lot of training here that they wouldn't usually have access to at the HQ and Support Battalion, but this training will offer them opportunities that will be invaluable to them if they ever deploy. So yes, I think it's an absolute success. I've really enjoyed today. I've really enjoyed working with the Marines, and I think they've taken a lot from it, and I think if we're ever given this opportunity again, it'll be a good experience. Yeah, saying that Marine's a rifleman, so any Marine could be expected to be put in this situation. So this sort of training is beneficial for any Marine. In terms of effort, I think everyone gave everything they had today. But obviously, you know, it's a learning experience. We're here to train the Marines, we're not here to test.
This is urban combat, and in this day and age, it is an inevitable situation. One thing is certain, the Marines are ready for any conflict that may dare face them.